They say the city has a pulse. I've heard it. It's not a heartbeat, it's a countdown. Time doesn't just pass in Black Vale, it watches, and sometimes it makes a choice. Case number 3782, the Ghost Code Horizon. Raine walked sideways across the glass like it was trying to sneak in unnoticed, the neon dancing through it like the code of the city outside, never sleeping, never stopping. The smell in the office was part coffee grounds, part wet leather, part ionized ozone. The tired ceiling fan turned lazily overhead, groaning like it resented the effort. I was halfway through convincing myself to sleep when the courier bot buzzed. Its chassis was dented, its paint flaked, rusted, tag wiped, clearly off the grid. It dropped a corroded data shard on my desk, let out a low whine like a dying animal, and limped back into the rain. I leaned forward and blew synth smoke across the desk, eyes narrowing as my interest began to peak. I held it to the faint light of my desk lamp, turning it in my fingers before I jacked it into the wall slot. The shard was old, burned, data fractures spiderwebbed through it like bone cracks. Okay, let's see what you're carrying. It spluttered and booted and a semi-garbled message spun up. Mira's voice came through. Jumpy, panicked, distorted like she was underwater and sinking fast. If you're hearing this, I'm dead. They see the future, Cal. Not like prediction markets, real timelines. They don't just watch it, they act on it. They shape it for profit, for power, for the hell of it. She coughed, that unmistakable sound of something warm and crimson in her throat that was meant to be kept on the inside. They said they can make the city better, but it's not for the people, it's for them. And now they're cleaning house. Anyone who interferes, anyone who knows, you're on the list, Cal, you. The shard cut out. 10 minutes later, her body turned up in an alley behind Sector 12's data mine. Eyes burned out, fingerprints removed. No security feeds, no trail. Just another ghost in the gutter in a city full of rain-soaked gutters. The Undercity doesn't smell like rot, not anymore. It's copper, rust, old oil, and something sweeter under that. Synthetic flesh melting, memory drives bleeding heat. It took a few days, but I traced Mira's trail into the corpse grid, a sealed network node abandoned after the Ethernet wars. Rumor was it still pulsed with low ghost code, forgotten protocols echoing from when AI gods ruled behind closed servers. Inside, everything was silent. Dust hung in the air like ash. Somewhere, a coolant line hissed like it was whispering secrets to itself. I found what Mira had hidden, a black box logic core, jury-rigged to a forgotten data node. She'd ripped logs from the Horizon seed, and there it was. The seed, originally pitched as a civic tool 10 years ago, designed to model possible futures, prevent economic collapse, predict disasters before they happen, calibrate the perfect version of Black Vale for the benefit of all, one choice at a time. Except it looks like they hadn't stopped at modeling, they'd started curating. Changing things, eliminating people, not criminals, not threats, just disruptions, all for the bottom line. The suit in the high tower stepping on the nameless. Hell, that wasn't new. Only now it was by algorithm. Predictive outcome models written by the machine. The logs were clinical, cold, algorithmic entries one after another. Potential future outcome, market downturn. Solution, remove actor. Mira. Status, eliminated. Future divergence. See Raine. Outcome, system failure risk. Recommended action, neutralize. I froze. See Raine. Me. The city hadn't just watched me. It wanted me gone. I guess I should have been flattered. It had taken a few days and hours of sleepless door watching with a loaded Gore-Tex 45 in my hand. But I found what I was looking for. The tower was hidden in plain sight. One of the 100 silent needle-like spires dotting the skyline, blinking with red hazard lights as it pierced the night sky, unlabeled and unmapped. silently gathering data for the seed's prediction matrix. Inside, it felt like standing in a hollowed-out skull. Walls hummed with buried power. Data ghosts flickered across dead screens. Air was dry as a tomb. There were no guards, just the seed, housed in a pillar of liquid glass, code flowing through it like blood through translucent veins, shimmering, iridescent, hypnotic. And standing beside it, Kestrel, tall, thin, not so much human anymore as design, surgical elegance. Data tattoos of soft neon blues and greens glowed faintly beneath her porcelain white synthetic skin. Her eyes, golden jewels of data processing. Cal Raine, she said like it was a name she'd already mourned. You're earlier than projected. I didn't draw my gun. It wouldn't matter, not here. What is this? I asked. Why kill them? Mira, the others? Kestrel turned toward the seed. Her voice was calm. Too calm. She let out a soft giggle. We don't kill, we optimize. The city is a machine. Machines need maintenance. Her tone was cold, pure analytic conciseness, taking care of the profit margins and whatever other problems they wanted to avoid, or cover up before they happened. It was almost perfect when you thought about it. Make someone disappear before you even have a motive to do it. No links, nothing to connect you to the crime. Just another body in the gutter of Black Vale. No one blinking an eye. She showed me more projections. Cities burning, streets flooded, markets crashing. And beside them, cleaner futures. No war, no famine. Because certain people never made it. Without interference, this city eats itself. But with the seed, we manage it. We filter corruption, predict instability, trim unnecessary branches. You're killing people for stock values and preventing millions from dying in chaos. We all make trades, Mr. Raine. You're trading freedom, choice, free will. We are preventing collapse, chaos, she said. Hey, look, lady. I don't know if you get out much, but you don't seem to be doing too good of a job at it. Your masters have flushed lives for profit, plain and simple. The only ones benefiting are them. There's an old saying, Mr. Raine. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. She gave me a data pad. My name was there. My actions, run through simulations. Some futures showed I brought the seed down. Some, that I leaked its secrets. You don't die because of what you did, Cal. You die because of what you might. She offered me a deal. Stay silent, walk away, live, or interfere, and the city corrects itself. We even wrote you a clean timeline, she smiled. You retire, fade, die old and bitter. It's elegant. I stared into the seed. A million possible versions of me blinked past. Killer, hero, drunk, ghost. And one, just one, walking away from the tower with fire behind him. I tossed my cig to the floor and crushed it into the tile and put my hand into my jacket pocket. And there it was. I still had Mira's logic bomb, her final shard. She had called it a gift, a Hail Mary, hot-wired with chaos code. It wouldn't destroy the seed, but to let everyone see it. I kept my hand in my pocket, the shard playing between my fingers, and it was kind of ironic. I really did have my future at my fingertips. The question was, which future did I want? I jacked in. The seed screamed, code thrashed. For a second I saw everything, past and future, and bleed together. A child being born, a drone falling, a woman bleeding in an alley. Me. Then silence. The tower lights dimmed. The seed cracked like ice under pressure. Glowing veins split open. You doomed us to chaos, Kestrel whispered. Good, I said. Maybe the city needs to remember what choice looks like. I walked out before the fire reached the roof. Back in my office, the air smelled like old paper and ozone. Rain still fell, but something in the city had shifted. Power grids flickered, ad boards glitched, guns still sounded in the alleyways and sirens still wailed. Only now, there was one less thing steering them. The future was never ours, not really, but now it's unwritten, now it's mine. And I'll take the chaos over the cage, every time. Case closed. Got a memory that isn't yours? Post it in the comments and let Cal take a look. Maybe it'll make next week's case file. This is Raine signing off. Stay safe out there, Black Vale.